Hi, this is John Bjork with PC Mag. I'm here at Computex 2024 with Gigabyte at their suite. We're actually here with the wall of motherboards, all the new stuff that's here at the show. Let's take a look at what's here. So the middle row that we have here with Intel over the socket, those are the new Arrow Lake boards. They're not allowed to call them that because technically it's not released yet and won't be until later this year, but you'll notice next gen, that would be next gen Intel. We have a whole array of them going across the top here. So the name of the chipset is not on the boards yet, but you can see that they follow the traditional Gigabyte style. We have here an Aorus Master model. We have here an Aorus Elite Wi-Fi 7 model. Let's pick one of them up. One thing that you'll notice on the back panel is that there are two ports here that look like USB-C, but they're actually Thunderbolt 4. The other thing that you'll notice is this unusual looking socket, which is the Wi-Fi 7 antenna. Wi-Fi 7 presumably will be built into Arrow Lake as it is in Lunar Lake. And this isn't a screw post type antenna, but more of a plug-in kind of solution. We also have over here an Elite X Ice. Ice just indicates a white board. And this isn't unique to this board. I'm seeing it across all of the boards here. We've adopted here a rotating mechanism for the shield over the M2 slots, which makes it a lot easier to get off. Here we have an Arrow model, very sleek with the Arrow design. Like several of the other boards here, there's a push button which allows you to release the video card instead of the usual tricky latch that's next to the card. And here we have a Tachyon Ice model. Now this one's specifically meant for really serious overclockers. You'll notice that there's only two DIMM slots here, and the DIMM slots are positioned very close to the CPU socket to reduce the length of traces between the CPU socket and the memory for additional speed. The M2 slots are in an unusual spot over here, which is more typically where the RAM is, and actually the main power connector is 90 degrees angled off the side, so very unique looking board. We also have a Gigabyte Aorus Arrow Lake MIDI ITX board here. Interesting thing about that is that this week NVIDIA announced a program called SFF Ready, which indicates that a given case or board may fit in a SFF case without cable interference and other complications. This one complies with those measurements. Of course, at this show, we're seeing a lot of X870 and X870E boards. That's the new chipset that's coming along with AMD's Ryzen 9000 processors that are coming up this summer. Here we have the X870E Aorus Extreme, very much of a type in terms of Aorus design, but it's got a kind of a slick, lucite looking cover over the M2 slots and thermals, and also over the I/O area here we have a LCD screen area. Now here's a special board from Gigabyte. This is the TRX50 AI Top. This is a board for the latest generation of Ryzen Threadripper. Now you'll notice a signature on this board. Now if you buy this board, it's not going to have that signature on it. Dr. Lisa Su, the CEO of AMD, signed this particular one. Not typically what you get coming out of the box. We've got four nicely spaced PCI slots for parallel mounting of multiple video cards. Really heavy duty heat sinks. We have obviously the Threadripper socket, 8 banks of DIMMs for massive amounts of memory, and sort of a cutout edge design here to give you a little more PCB space for everything that's on it. So very much an impressive high-end motherboard for Threadripper. One other thing I should point out is that Gigabyte is introducing alongside of it the RTX 4070 AI Top Edition. This is a very, very nice looking video card. This one is a 4070 Ti Super. But one thing you will notice is that if you were to mount 4 of these on this board, the width of the card at 2 thick, and then the spacing of the slots on the board allow you to put 4 in parallel. This one also has a Wi-Fi 7 module with a couple of press-in sockets as opposed to screw-in sockets. So these are also a couple of limited edition products from Gigabyte. One's a GPU, one's a motherboard, but you won't be able to buy these two specific ones in stores. There were 300 made of each of these samples. This is the GeForce RTX 4080 Super, number 217 to 300. And you'll notice there's a signature on it here. It's actually Jensen Huang, the CEO of NVIDIA, who signed this one. And this one here is signed by the CEO of Intel, Pat Gelsinger, on this Z790 board for latest gen Intel processors. It's possible you could find one of the 300 of these out there still for sale, but you won't find number 217 or number 298 because they're on display here with some special signatures on them. So that's what we have from Gigabyte here from Computex 2024. Stay tuned for more Computex coverage.